Yeah, we're going to come into North Jackson, the home of the Blue Jays, and we're talking to someone that has been a staple in their program for a while now. Only a junior, but feels like she's been playing a lot longer than that because she's been a thorn in anyone's side that has to play Jackson Milton. Batting 525 on the season right now, the 6-1 Blue Jays off and running inside the MVAC. It's Brenna McBeth, junior standout from Jackson Milton. Brenna, thank you so much for coming on today.
Of course.
Did we get you out of class? Is that a good thing here?
I didn't have school today, so.
That a girl. We're
better.
Proud of you. Well, we're sorry. We won't take a whole lot of your personal time, but we wanted to congratulate you on all the success. 525 right now, swinging it. Young lady, that's incredible. Nice job. Obviously, a great start to the season for you. What do you attribute to your success coming into your junior year?
I just try and focus on where I can help myself to help the team out most. So I really just have to think about what pitches to either swing at or a pitch to help the team out the best.
You also do some work in the circle, Brennan. Talk about how much being a pitcher helps with hitting and how much you kind of understand a pitcher's mindset, understand where they would attack you. How much does that help you at the plate when you're hitting?
It helps me a lot. So I like to stand closer to the plate, so pitchers like to throw more inside so they can jam me up. And so as a pitcher, I can realize that, and so I have to step back more, obviously, so I can hit the inside pitch that they're probably going to throw me. So that helps a lot from a pitcher's standpoint because I already feel like I know what they're going to throw at me for how I stand at the box.
Anthony talks about this 1-2 punch that you're a part of. I mean, to be dominant in that circle, it takes a lot. I mean, there's a lot that goes into being a pitcher nowadays, as Anthony and Jen Coons were explaining. But prior to you jumping on, but for you, does it just become second nature after a while, or do you still have to consciously understand and kind of go through your routine?
Sometimes it's easier than others. Whenever it's a stressful game, I feel like I get worked up a lot easier. So then I have to take a second to breathe and be like, it's just a normal game. It's okay. And other than that, it's perfectly fine.
Britta, if we rewind to last year, this Jackson Milton team made a big tournament run. They upset rival McDonald out of the district tournament. How much did that kind of give this team a little bit of energy boost going into this year, knowing all the success you had last year, especially in the tournament, knowing that you brought back a lot of your roster and you could try to do it again this year?
A lot. It gave us a lot of confidence. We obviously, the seniors that left last year did have a lot to the team, but since, like you said, most of the team did come back, it gave us a lot of confidence for this season to know that we're just going to be, if not the same or better.
For you, I mean, when you're looking at building on last year, you have some new pieces and new places and new faces and all that stuff. Building on that confidence and trying to take that baton as a junior, were there any challenges? Were there any things that you need to kind of, kick out from a standpoint of being nervous or leadership positions and growing into those leadership positions? What kind of things did you have to overcome in order to become the team that you are right now, which is red hot?
Probably just mental. A lot of our players get in our head a lot. So we just have to work past it and build each other up.
When you look at this conference and the way it's going to shake out, this Jackson Milton team, obviously one of the goals is to win the MVAC. How motivated are you guys to kind of do that this year? And how much do you kind of see that opportunity right in front of you to go out and try to win the MVAC?
I think it's very possible for us to, since we're already off to such a great start in the season, and I feel like we can only go higher from here.
What about you? I mean, what are some of your personal goals that you have for yourself going into the season? Obviously, your team wants to win the conference. You want to win a district and go further than that. But for you, what are some of the things that are pushing you to the next limit, to the next level here in 2025?
I want to work more on my spins for pitching because I feel like with the speed that I have, it'd be even better if I can work on the way that the ball is supposed to break on certain pitches so that it's easier for the other team not to hit off my pitches.
You've been working on your craft a lot in the circle. What's been the pitch that you think took the longest to develop and get to where it is right now?
My curveball, because that one's still a bit iffy, but it's getting better.
We talk about the challenges and getting in the cage and getting in, the circle as often as you can and working on things outside of the live game experience. Who have helped you? I mean, who's your hitting coach or your pitching coach? Who's been that person that's really helped you go to the next level?
I don't really I don't have a hitting coach or a pitching coach anymore. I used to have people, but my hitting coach, she's in college now, and my pitching coach, I don't go to her anymore. So I really just talk to my travel ball coach and see if he can help me with anything whenever I can see him. During high school season, my high school coaches helped me a lot.
Talk about playing in travel and what that does for you to go and spend a summer playing with and against, some of the best talent that the area has to offer, and sometimes a region when you travel outside of the area as well. What does that do for you as a softball player, and how much of an advantage does it give you to be able to expose yourself to that level of softball?
It lets me be able to see how other people's talents throughout Ohio and wherever else we go. Just to know with high school I feel like we face the same people quite often. So whenever I play travel I get to see a bunch of different people and experience softball with different people.
Kind of adding on to that, I mean, what are some of your favorite places that you've got to travel to for softball and with softball?
I really haven't left the state. But this year I'm supposed to go to Tennessee, so I'm excited for that. But Columbus is always a good tournament that I go to.
Yeah, Berliner Park is one of the best complexes in not just the state, but in the country as well. I mean, I think there's 31 fields at Berliner that you can play on. So no knock to Columbus down there. Brenna, when you talk about this community and the way they back up Jackson Milton sports and the way you get to represent them like you do, what makes you proud to be a Blue Jay?
The girls are on the softball team, not just the softball team, but the people that go to Jacksonville, they're all really nice. And they really for the softball team, they bring up everybody. We don't talk down to each other and we don't talk bad about each other.
What kind of teammate, what kind of leader are you? I mean, I'm sure you've had to be stretched out to your limit from a standpoint of you seem like a quiet young lady. Are you a talker? Are you a watch and see kind of leader? What kind of leadership do you lead by?
I guess it just depends who I'm around. Most of the time I don't really speak much unless I feel like I can help someone. Unless I'm around my friends and I talk a lot. But
Um, who are some people that you think, maybe underclassmen or maybe even younger, that you think you've taken under your wing a little bit and you've really helped them along to get them where they got so far in the softball journey?
um hmm. Charlie Estes, she's a left-handed hitter, so I feel like me and her both can learn off of each other. So it's really nice to have another left-handed person that's younger than me that I can help on the team.
When you look at kind of the future of the Jackson Milton Lady Jays in the softball program, what do you see? I mean, for you, what do you want to see as you have another year after this one? But ultimately, what do you want to see, and how do you want to pass the baton, and what do you want to hope that continues after you're gone?
I hope that we have high energy like we do now. We have a lot of energy in the dugout, and that um, we have more leaders on the team that can help other people that aren't as experienced, so that they can be the best they can be.
When you think about all the things that you've been able to accomplish so far, what are some things that you're really proud about? Proud of yourself for being able to already get done?
When I was a freshman, I had a no hitter against the one team. That was really nice. Um, Being able to create friendships on the softball team, that's nice as well.
We also want to talk about your future. You're not a senior yet, so you have some time to think about what you want to do after high school, but have any thoughts kind of entered your mind about things you want to do after you graduate and things that you have kind of on your agenda in the future?
Yeah, I want to go to Kent for psychology, and I'm already taking college classes so that I can get ahead for it.
Wow. So what made you kind of interested in psychology and wanting to go down that field?
I always wanted to help people, so I feel like the best way to help someone is by talking to them and seeing if like you can help them.
Is there kind of a job that you have in mind with that psychology major that you want to get? Is there a certain branch of maybe psychology you want to go into, or is there kind of a career path that you see for yourself as well?
I was thinking about clinical psychologist, but then I had people tell me that's a lot of paperwork, and I was like, I don't really know about that.
I mean, not about the paperwork. I mean, no harm there. Why Kent? What are some things? I mean, obviously that's really close to home. What are some things that go into that decision of wanting to go to be in Kent State?
Like you said, I wanted it to be close to my home so that I can still see my family regularly, and it's um not as expensive as other colleges.
When you talk about family, let's talk about what's important to you about your family and some things that make your family special to you, and some things that you think are unique about the family you have and the support you get from them.
I have a twin sister who's also on the softball team. She helps me a lot. I feel like since we are literally the same age, we bond over everything. So she's someone that helps me a lot through really anything. My mom, she helps me as well. She's very helpful.
You gave us a perfect segue to ask about that twin sister Ivy and what it means to you to kind of share this experience for you. Anytime we have a twin on the show, we like to kind of talk about like how are obviously you're the same in appearance. How are you guys different? What are some of the things that you think you and Ivy are completely opposites on?
Well, for sports, I'm left-handed and she's right-handed, so that makes it different. And then our interests are a little bit different as well. She doesn't really like to read as I like to read, and yeah.
Wait, did I just see in the comments it's your birthday? No? No. Happy birthday. I don't know. Is it not your birthday?
Is it your birthday, Brenna?
It was on the 8th.
Okay, so it's a belated birthday. It's close.
Hey, that's my son's birthday. Happy birthday.
I can't hear him.
Oh, DJ, I think you're muted, buddy.
Oh, okay.
But happy birthday. Well, one of the things that I kind of want to lastly talk about, we talked about your future plans and we talked about your family. I want to talk about kind of your role models, some of the people that you looked up to when you were growing up that kind of taught you the ways of being not just a softball player, but a leader and how to act and how to carry yourself.
Um, my teachers at Jackson Millen helped me with that. Some of them helped. What else? My grandma, she helped me realize like who I can be in the future and who I can like how I can help people.
When you think of all those people that have helped you, what is one form of advice or one thing of advice that you think sticks out to you? Do you have any kind of words of wisdom that someone has told you in the past that really kind of sticks with you and you try to live by?
Um, I think my softball coach, he said something along the lines of try hard and have fun now because it only like for high school it only happens for 4 years, so you have to use your time the best you can.
Can you hear me now? Nope.
I don't think you can hear you still. I can hear you though, DJ.
Weird.
Brenna, my last question for you, of course, we like to give you the chance to give shout outs to the people in your life that have been there for you all the time and that help you along the journey. So whoever you want to give a shout out to and give some praise to before this interview is over, I want to give you the time to do that.
I like to say thanks to my mom for always supporting me and before I had my license take me everywhere. And then my two sisters, they deal with me the most other than my mom because I give them attitude all the time. And then my grandma, she helps me a lot.
Brenna, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate your time, and especially personal time on your day off of school. So thank you so much again for the time. We appreciate it, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon. Good luck out there the rest of the season.
Thank you.